Hamilton's companion does love to stitch. It is Betsy Klager, she is a real hoot. Maths is just tricky, cutting fabrics real hard. She stitches with a pussy, and that's what she said.
I'm sorry. Excuse me, Flosstube. I've just never had anybody write a song for me before. Oh, I was just a little verklempt. My introduction song was written by Jacob. Moved me to tears. Thank you, Jacob. He's so talented. Let me gather myself. Welcome back, Flosstube. I think it's my number 7 episode. It's a little special. I'm celebrating 2,000 subscribers. Woo! Woo! We'll talk about that later. Maybe I should get rid of this disgusting handkerchief. What do you say? Okay. Want to show you all. Okay, Hamilton, you saw pictures of her in the beginning, and you'll have to see, you're going to have to settle for video at the end, because right now, I don't know what I did to her, but she's upstairs in the closet on the top shelf sleeping. She will not respond to me. I even got the treats out. Nothing. But I am wearing my little Hamilton necklace. Isn't it cute? Can it focus? As you can see the lines on my neck. Yes, my wonderful tuxedo cat. Anyway, welcome to all of you new subscribers. Welcome back to you old subscribers. Pre-existing subscribers, is that a better way to put it? Boy, you know how to make a girl feel loved, don't ya? Very exciting. Never in a million years did I think I would find 1,999 other crazy people. But I did, and you found me. Cheers. So we got a lot to talk about today. It's been almost 3 weeks, and you know I put up a vacation vlog because I was on vacation 2 weeks ago. And so what I want to do, I showed you what I took on vacation. The vacation vlogs are very, very short, so you just go and see what I took on vacation. But I'm going to show you what I've worked on in the last 3 weeks. I have a finish. I think I'm going to start with that, my finish. I did a lot of shopping, thanks to all you influencers out there. Oh, do you like my yellow nails? I think they're quite fun. And then, so I will show you my haul, and then my plans for what I want to work on. But who knows what will happen with plans, because I always plan and then it never happens. So, I just stitch what I want when I want. That's my motto. So let's start with the finished object, and it's hanging on the back. I'm using Scotty's music stand to hold up my iPad, and I used a clothes. Oh, you like my underarm? Shaved. Is that TMI? I don't know what it is. I'm in a very silly mood. Excuse me. And you know what that means. I didn't say, I don't think I even said my name. Let me start with that. I'm Betsy Klager, like the name on the channel. My pronouns are she, her, hers. And I live in Arvada, Colorado, and my voice cracks like a teenage boy. And I forgot what I was going to say, but that's my introduction. Oh, I was going to tell you the date. It is June the 15th, 2021. My BFF from first grade, Bill Tetz, I don't think he watches because he has not given me major shit about my Flosstube, and he's the type who would. I've known Billy since first grade. He turned 60 today. This is the year all of my friends are turning 60 because friends that I grew up with, because I'm turning 62 also, not 62. I'm turning 60 also in November. So it's nice to watch them all turn 60 first. And today is Billy's birthday. He and his husband, Michael, were so funny. They came to Max's wedding, and they were dressed identically. We called them the Bobbsey twins. They're the same size. They've been married, I think they've been married 13 years, and they wear the same clothes, and they were just adorable at the wedding. But anyway, Bill, happy 60th birthday. All right, enough talking about people you don't know. But really, when you think about it, we all don't know anybody until we meet them, right? So I like to think of strangers as people we just haven't met. Yeah. Okay, here's my finished object. Gather Here by Hello from Liz Matthews. Ta-da! I did press it, but I didn't press the hell out of it because they'll stretch it when I get it framed. And Teresa Kitten Stitcher says that if you iron too much, you get the stitching you flatten the stitching, and I didn't want to do that. So, and I decided not to put the words on it because I just think it's elegant. Like this. It is stitched on 40 count platinum linen by Zweigart with the called for silk. It's gray. Silken Colors Thread Gatherer is what it is. Storm something gray. Look it up on the pattern on 123 Stitch or my past episodes when I said what I was. Maybe let me look in my book of days. Hold on 1 second. I thought I was really prepared. I was so proud of myself for getting all organized, and here I am not telling you what this is stitched with. I just have 40 count Zweigart Platinum Silk, and I started it on May 3rd. And I will tell you, I stitched it pretty much continuously since May 17th, and that's because I was stressed at work. And I talked about this in my last episode or the episode before, and it was really a soothing stitch because it was only one color. So this is Flosstube 8. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this episode is Flosstube 8. I recorded Flosstube 7 on May 27th, and I talked about Gather Here. So you can go back to that episode and see what I stitched it on. Stitched it with, or you can just send me a message or an email, Instagram. Information is down below, and ask me and I will answer you. I'm sorry. But I worked on Gather Here continuously from May 17. I started at May 3rd, then I worked on other things, then I picked it up on May 17, worked on it up through, finished it on vacation on June 1. There you have it. Yeah. So I love it. I absolutely love it. And you're going to see it again because I'm going to show it to you, and I'm going to take it to get it framed. All right. Let us put this somewhere where the Hamilton cat will not fall asleep on it. So I did not work on a large variety of projects while I was on vacation or otherwise engaged. I didn't do much stitching last week because I had a big trial. All I'm going to say is it's over. I worked really hard and I'm tired from it, but I can't really go into any other details. I can say I don't practice criminal law. Nobody went to jail. Yeah, that's all I can say. It's over. L'chaim. All right. What did I work on? I started the stitch. I'm sorry, I'm out of the camera. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe you like that. Maybe you don't want to see my face. Huh? Maybe you don't. What's wrong with my face? All right, so then I started on June 2nd, Luisa Collamore. I always want to say it with an Italian accent, like Collamore, but it's French. Luisa Collamore. It's a red sampler, and we are doing, I will put the hashtag below or on the screen, probably below. for the hashtag for Stitch Start all the red sampler stitching. Nikki Noodles gave me this chart. She finished it. It's by Hands Across the Sea. I am, totally addicted to red samplers. I couldn't put this down. Could not put it down. Remember the Seraphim Bee's Knees episode? The reaction from the Seraphim Bee's Knees, and I had a fat half of it? Well, I started this on vacation on June 2nd. I was a day late. This is as far as I got. But look at that. Oh! It's beautiful on the bee's knees, isn't it? And look how much left I was on vacation, so I didn't cut it. And it's all wrinkly. So to the person who thinks I'm terrible because I don't iron, if you still watch my videos and you're one of the thumbs down people, I know it's not ironed, okay? So move on. So I'm going to use the rest of the bee's knees for other red samplers, or maybe single color samplers, I don't know. But isn't that beautiful? It's beautiful. I love it. And you're not going to believe this. You are not going to believe this. Guess what thread I'm using? Just guess. You finished? I'm using DMC 3777. I'm not even using silk. I know. I wanted to start it right away, so I went to Michael's to get the 3777. Beautiful. So I worked on that for 1, 2, 3, 4. I worked on it pretty much the rest of my vacation. For the time that I did have, and I had a lot of stitching time. Let me tell you a little bit about vacation. We took Max and Ashley. They made appearances on the vlogs. I'm drinking Diet Coke. I'm sorry, people. I can't edit them out because then I'll end up. I know how to edit, but I'm afraid I'll cut out too much. So you can handle a little, I think. Where was I? Yes, we took Max and Ashley, my son and my daughter-in-law, with us. Ashley's a school teacher, and she was very tired from teaching, what with COVID and all. Max works in the food industry, and the business he's in is back to where it was pre-COVID, so he was really tired. So we treated them to a beachside vacation in Laguna Beach, where Scott and I have been now 4 times, and we had the best time. They went and did their things during the day. They went hiking. They would go for walks in the town on their own and do their little romantic whatever they wanted to do. I didn't hear anything, thank God. And Scott and I, we do our lazy thing. We just hang out, relax in the sun, in the shade, and then we all went out for dinner pretty much every night. Not expensive places, but just, counter service type places. And it was so relaxing. The boys, well, Ashley too. Ashley grew up in a big sports family, Denver sports family. So we're all into the Denver Nuggets. They're not in the playoffs anymore. They lost round 2. It was a sweep. But Nikola Jokic did get the MVP award. So the Klager boys and Ashley were very happy about that. But it was just a really nice time to spend with them. It really was. Having adult children, I know I talked a little bit about this on my interview with Becca. Having adult children that are your friends and that you enjoy, you don't have to be with them. Like when he was pooping in his diaper, I had to be there. No, right? I had no choice. But I want to be with Max now. I want to spend time with him. It's not a duty or an obligation. That made me sound like a terrible mother. I liked taking care of him, okay, when he was a kid. And at the time, I'm sure I was in heaven. But looking back on it, changing poopy diaper, talking to Max about the world, Politics, history, music. I'll take the latter. Also joking around with him. He didn't get a lot of my jokes when he was young. I'll just leave it at that. So we had a good time. And I think they had a good time too. I did come back a day early. Thank goodness I did. Because I had to work all day Sunday to get ready for this aforementioned trial. And they flew back on Sunday. Their flight was delayed 4 hours. So I wouldn't have gotten home until midnight on Sunday. And having to get up and go to trial the next day would have been a bad idea. So it worked out well. And I only missed one day. I'm not focusing on that. Life is good, right? Okay, so that was work in progress. I was testing you to see if you would notice it was upside down. Work in progress number 1. And I only did a teeny, tiny, little bitty piece of a Dutch sampler. This was after I got home and I stitched a little bit on the flowers at night. Not very long. I love this fabric. This is on, I want to say, Havana. Kaylee, if you're watching, when you get to Baltimore, they'll say, this is on. It's on. Not on. On. Havana fabric. What's this? A Dutch sampler. So I was working a little bit on here. And I really do want to, in my plans that I hope I will follow, I want to work on this some more. This is the called for fabric, which I believe, oh, I'm using the NPI, of course. I'm using the silk on this, which is NPI, and then I don't have, oh, I do have them in a floss ring, so you can see. But they're in little plastic bags. I'm not really doing the Nicole thing. See? Where does it say the fabric? Havana. I was right. 40 count Havana. Sorry for the delay. I think I have my stuff together and I don't. Let's take another look, shall we? Oh, I was saying this fabric is lovely, but I can't work on it at nighttime. So I think when I finish recording and I finish up at work today, I'm going to do it while it's still daylight. And then I just can't do it at night. It's something about the color. I just cannot see where the holes are. That's what she said. The third work in progress, or WIP, as we like to say. I'm sorry, I'm not talking to the camera. My third work in progress that been working on, let's check the book of days to see, since the 10th, Thursday the 10th, the 11th, the 12th, the 13th, the 14th. So I've been working on this straight for the last several days, and I cannot put it down. This is Modern Folk Embroidery. Joan Sands. I am using the called for DMC on 40 count summer khaki linen by Zweigert, a fat quarter of it. And it's not khaki, it's khaki. But my friends in Australia don't know how to speak English, and they say khaki. You know who you are. Look! I got to the alphabet! Isn't that beautiful? And I was watching a lot of basketball, so I wasn't stitching a lot. You know, I would have to rip a little bit out. From what I hear, there is a start along for this group. And I will put a hashtag below for what that is, because I didn't prepare and write anything down. What I understand, little Joan made some mistakes on this, and Jacob, being the purist that he is? Jacob Pure? I don't think so. Charted the mistakes. That's the rumor on the street. So before you get carried away thinking everything's going to be symmetrical, check it out. That's what I heard. I might be wrong. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. It's not the first time that I have perpetuated misinformation. And I'm sure it won't be the last. And that's all I worked on. That's all I did. Right? I wish I had more, there were more things I wanted to work on. Does that ever happen to you when you're stitching on things and you think, I'd like to work on that too, and I wish I had 4 hands? But in reality, I enjoy what I'm working on when I'm working on it. And I was just watching Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch, and she was talking to Laura, Maud and Mozart, and they were talking about doing Flosstube and feeling like I've got to show projects that I talked about several episodes ago that I started. It's like, what's the progress on that? Why aren't you showing us that? Nobody really, I don't think, watches Flosstubes and criticizes people for saying, well, I can't believe you're not working on the project I like. At least if you are, you're putting the thumbs down and you're leaving, right? Or you're just staying around because you like to be mean. So the point I got from that is I'm not going to apologize if I only worked on 3 projects. It is what it is, and I'm going to share what I enthusiastically like stitching on. And that's why I watch you all, because I like to see what you stitch on. If you work on one thing for 2-3 weeks or a month, more power to you. I like to see the progress on it. If you work on 10 things in 1 week and you only have 5 stitches on each thing, more power to you. I like to see what you're excited about. And so I hope that comes across in my videos, that when I say, oh, I only have 3, I'm not apologizing. It is what it is. I'm enthusiastic about stitching it, and that's all there is to say about that. I'm just looking to see what's next, because I wanted to show you my haul. But before I do, I wanted to issue this warning. It's a very serious warning. If you're friends with me on Instagram, or you follow me, or whatever the term is, I know Facebook, it's friends. I don't know what Instagram is. You follow me. And you ever send me a private message and I have you in my list of people with whom I've chatted, you may get a butt dial from me randomly. I've done it at least twice in the last week. One time when I was recording a live on YouTube, the last one I just did yesterday, I recorded a live and I butt dialed some people. That was pretty funny. Before that, it was Sunday and I was working on my trial and I butt dialed Gwyneth and Ellen and Caroline. But I think only Caroline and Gwyneth picked up. And I was laughing. I was so embarrassed because I was literally sitting on my phone. Okay. So as a warning to you all, I like to sit on my phone and I can't help it if my butt dials you. So I'm just warning you ahead of time. I have butt dialed Nikki Noodles before. If you go to sleep at night and you sleep with your phone, turn the notifications off, because depending on the time zone, you may get a butt dial from me. So I just wanted to warn you about that. It was pretty funny. I think butt dials on Instagram is a new thing. I think we should make it a thing, right? Like, hey, I was thinking of you. I just butt dialed you, right? I don't know. Seems like it would be kind of fun. I apologize in advance for those of you I disturb at inopportune moments, let's just say. So let's talk about haul. I got a lot. Oh, I just noticed this picture that that I'm sitting, this is when we decorated our house 23 years ago, and we have it all cowboy. This is the rest of it, but I realized the way I have this posed, it's just the butt. See? Cowboy butt. This is the butt episode. Look at him. He's got a nice butt. Let's talk about haul. I went hog wild. Yes, I did. I don't know if it's FOMO, fear of missing out, or just impulse. Could be a combination of both. But I see things scrolling through Instagram, scrolling through Etsy, and I also see things that other people post. Liz Matthews is a fan of this Etsy seller, Paper Minty Studio. I'm gonna hold this up as I just drop everything. They are on Etsy, and I ordered some stickers, and they're adorable. And I'm gonna put them in my book of days, along with my cat stickers. I like the sound of paper. ASMR, right? I can't get it open though. It's like wax paper. That's interesting. I'm still opening it. Here we go. They're beautiful. Whoever the proprietor is an artist and hand draws. This was a freebie. Look at those daisies. I love daisies. But this is what I ordered. It's got little thread, a project bag, tomatoes or tomatoes, skizzers, thread. Look at it. Aren't they cute? These are all like hand drawn. And then I ordered the flowers because I love the pretty flowers, even though I don't really know what most of them are. And I'm not a gardener. Aren't they pretty? Very, very excited to use these in my book of days. So that is Paper Minty Studio on Etsy. And they packaged it really nicely. They're in Florida. I don't know if they ship internationally. I keep bending over because I don't have a table here. The reason I'm not in my craft room, by the way, is it's just too damn hot up there. So I'm downstairs in the family room area, which has a fan going. And it's cooler down here. The other, okay, so that's some crafty goodness. The next thing, this was a total impulse purchase that I made on vacation. And I was scrolling and sitting next to Scott, and I saw this message. It was a message, and I'm trying to think if it was Instagram or a YouTube message. Somebody, I'm sorry, I don't know who. I wish I could remember. I would have written it down, but I didn't because I was on a chaise lounge. But told me to go to this website. It's a British website, artsanddesigns.com, and it got here in 2 weeks. But this person directed me to this. It looks like my Hamilton. I'm gonna have to stitch white because she's got that white thing going on half her nose. Is that not precious? Is that not the cutest thing you've ever seen? That's definitely her look. What have you done for me lately, mother? That's what she says. Comes with everything. It comes with Zweigert fabric, DMC, and even a needle. I do not recall if it's on 14 count. I'm sorry, but it'll say on the website what count Ada it is. I think it's higher than 14. I think it's 16, maybe 18. But I guess I could open it and measure it, but it might be 14. I don't know. Why am I even pretending like I know? I'm just guessing. I have no idea. But isn't that cute? They have all kinds. Here on the back, they show some other designs they have. A little owl, a little birdie. They had really cute designs. I would recommend them. The service is great. Fantastic. Then, Top Knot Stitcher. She was having a little sale. Of course, I think what I bought was not on sale, but that's okay. So I went over to Top Knot. Abby. She has an online store with great service. I told you I'm addicted to red samplers now. So when I saw Leela's Studio, Anna Omen 1873, I had to get it. Let me take it out. And I am using Classic Colorworks used brick that I also ordered from Abby at Top Knot. Her delivery is like quick. She's in California. Isn't that beautiful? I think I might do that on Bee's Knees too. Let me know what y'all think. I want to start it this week. I did show restraint. I didn't take 10 projects on vacation. So I want to be patted on the back for that. So when I say I want to start this and I want to start everything this week, I will not start 10 things, I promise. I'm not going to start the cat. I'm not going to start Hamilton yet. But this is a contender for starting this week. Speaking of Hamilton, this was also on Abby's site that I couldn't say no to. Love My Cat Quaker by Romy's Creations. And look, it comes with a charm. It says love. It's a love charm that you hang it on a little pillow. And I got the floss pack. Isn't that cute? I might make this the front of the cat and make it a tuxedo. I'm not obsessed with my cat. All right, and this is Laura's fault. Well, before I get to what's Laura's fault, I'm going to show you. This is Ellen Reed's fault. Ellen Norris. This is her birthday start along, and I just bought the chart. It's by GGR. I do not know when I will start it or when I will kit it up, but I love that. It's beautiful. It's got Adam and Eve on it too. Okay, now this is Laura's fault. Totally Laura Duet's fault. And Laura, one of these days I'm going to butt dial you. I got to take it out. It's Caroline Amelia Trowell, reproduced by Brenda Gervais. Look at that. Look at that. Are you looking? And I didn't just get the chart. No. I got the Seraphim antique lace that goes with it. It's pretty true. Nice neutral. And 40 count. I ordered the fabric from Stitch and Frog. The chart I ordered from, I don't remember. Oh, I do. Hobby House Needleworks in New York. Really fast delivery. They did not have the antique antique lace. So I ordered the antique lace from Stitch and Frog. Great service. Highly recommend them. I think they're in Texas. And then I ordered from 123 Stitch because it's easy to just click on the all the floss. So this is ready to go. And this is a contender to start. I don't know. It's calling my name. I hear it. Betsy. Look. A project bag. A sock monkey project bag. And somebody on Flosstube has a matching one. Oops. Take the invoice out. Someone has a matching one. I'm not going to tell you who. But her name rhymes with Schmicky Schmoodles. Because she's a silly monkey. Anyway, I've got to start this week. What do you say? Can I start two? Can I start Anna and I already forgot her name. Caroline? Or should I do an eeny, meeny, miny, mo? Although, that's a rigged game, because you can always figure out what the eeny, meeny, miny, mo is going to land on, depending on... And you know what? I just realized that is a totally racist saying, game, whatever you want to call it. So, I'm not even going to edit this out, because what this shows me is how ingrained in our culture structure awful sayings, games with horrible histories have worked their way into our culture that we ignore or don't pay attention to. And I'm calling it out. So I'm not going to edit this out. Do not do the eeny, meeny, miny, mo. It's got a very racist history. Lest people say, oh, I can't say anything anymore without being offensive. Come on. How hard is it for me to recognize that something is problematic and to take it out of my lexicon? It took me 2 seconds to realize it and to cut it out of my lexicon. So we can do better, folks, and we will. We can and we will. And that's my TED Talk for the day. Because when you think about it, why would we want to perpetuate something that causes so much hurt to people? Isn't it easier for us to be a little more aware and try and rectify these horrible, horrible tropes? And that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, so I may actually start that. That is, I believe, all I have for haul. I think what I want to show you is what I would like to start besides, or not just start, but also work on, because I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of stitching in my future. Even though I just had a vacation, I really need to balance out some of the stress I've been feeling at work. Everything's good. I love my job. I'm very fortunate that I'm good at my job, and I love it. I have no complaints about it. But it's a stressful job, and I'm in a stressful, I'm not drunk, profession. And so my hobbies balance me out, and I am going to make an effort to do a lot more stitching in the next few weeks, because I think things can slow down a little bit if I let them. So what I want to do is show you what I want to actually start, because the only work in progress that I have on my schedule that I'd like to try to do is a Dutch sampler, which is this baby right here, okay? So, besides Caroline and maybe Anna, I showed this in my last haul, on my last video. This is the Big Cat sampler. So I have kitted this up. Old stationery linen. Got a fat half from Seraphim. And I have all the floss now. And I don't think I had it the last time. If I did, I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself, but you'll forgive me. So this is ready to go. I know. Let's take a vote, okay? Let's do it the democratic way. Number one, if you want me to start, I don't know how to do polls on Instagram. If I figure out how to do polls on Instagram, I'll do it. Otherwise, just leave it in the comments what you want me to start. Anna Oman. That's number one. Number two, Caroline Amelia Trowell. That's number two. And Laura, you don't get to vote. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding ya. I kid. Number three is the Big Cat Sampler. Number four, I hate to do this, but it's another Jacob chart. Rule of Life. Jacob raised, I want to say, a couple $1,000s for charities in India for COVID relief, from the sale of this chart. Between him and Caroline, Off the Grid Needle Arts, her store is evertote.com. Donated, watch his video, but at least a couple $1,000s to India. I have the Called for Floss, Leo and Roxy. I am going to use, this is haul, 40 count affogato. I received this. I have a huge piece. I think it's a yard. I think it's what it says. I don't know. Yard cut. Yeah, I got a whole yard of this. But I stitched Mary Clayton on affogato, and I loved it. So I think I'm going to use this on Rule of Life. So Rule of Life, if you want me to start that, put that in your comment. If you don't really give a shit, don't put anything in the comment. But if you're invested in what I'm stitching, I'm sorry I said the S-H-I-T word. When Max was 2 or 3, we were driving in the car, and I hear this little voice say, "Why say shit, Mommy?" And the last contender for a start, which I think this was a stitch along that started in June, which is totally different than anything else I've stitched, is Flea Market Flowers by Lori Holt. I am going to use 20 count Ada. I have the Floss DMC. And I'm going to use 18, did I say 20 count? I lied, 18 count Ada in ivory. So those are the choices for me to start in the next week. And truth be told, no matter how many votes I get, I'm probably just going to pick what I want anyway. No, I will listen, I promise. I promise I will listen. And that's it for my works in progresses, my finish, my haul. Let's talk about 2,000 subscribers. I want to do a contest. Not a wet t-shirt contest. I stopped doing those in college. I'm just kidding. No, this is a contest for 3 prizes. Number 1 is going to be a €20 voucher to Modern Folk Embroidery. That's about $24 and change in US dollars. So the way that will work is, I'm going to pick 3 winners, but I'm going to do one at a time. So the first person I'll contact and I'll say, which prize do you want of these 3? Okay. So that's how it's going to work. And I'll tell you the code word in a minute. The code word. So that's number 1. Number 2, Colleen of Rebel Stitcher. I am going to let whoever chooses that prize to pick out the needle minder of their choice. This will be shipped anywhere in the world. I will ship it to you. I'll let Colleen know, and I'll get you the needle minder of your choice and ship it to you. And that's prize number 2. If you don't know, I'll try and remember to put her down below. Colleen has a shop that she posts on Instagram, Rebel Stitcher. She makes the best needle minders. They're so fun and so quirky, and there's something for everybody. So that's prize number 2. And prize number 3 is going to be a project bag made by me. You've seen some of them that I've done, and I think I have perfected my technique. So, and they're vinyl front. They are this size, which I think is 11 by 14. And I pay attention to the direction of the fabric. So you will get a nice project bag. I promise I won't send you one of my upside down fabric. So those are going to be the 3 prizes. And so all you need to do is not say giveaway. You need to be 18 or older. You can live anywhere in the world. You can live on Uranus. I will ship it to you. Well, Jacob's is a downloadable pattern. The bags will be shipped. The bag will be shipped anywhere. The needle minder will be shipped anywhere. I figure the postage on those won't be too exorbitant, even if I have to ship it all the way to Australia, the other end of the planet. And don't say giveaway. I already said that. And leave a comment with the word Hamilton. That's Hamilton. Of course that's the word. What did you think it was going to be? And I will pick through the random commenter thing on YouTube. I will pick. And what I'm going to do is, before I record the next time, so better pick a deadline. Let's pick a deadline, because it's going to be before I record, because I want to contact everybody before I record to find out which prize you want, if that makes sense. So I'm going to reach out to you individually if I draw your name. So the deadline for this shall be June 30th. Let's say that, because I doubt I will record before June 30th. I'm just looking at the calendar here. Don't mind me. Let's make the deadline June 30th. And I will contact the 3 people who win in the order that I draw the comments. And then I will announce who gets what in the next episode. Does that make sense? Because if it doesn't, it makes sense to me. So what does that tell you? That's a wrap, folks. I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for watching my videos and playing along at home and being a good sport when I butt dial you and putting up with my saying the S word and also listening when I give a little TED talk on ways that I try to improve my awareness of structural and institutional ways that have hurt large populations of people. I like to share as I learn. And I like to hear when I make mistakes too. I want to hear your opinions. And I think together we can make at least the cross-stitch community a better place, and maybe the world. I know that's being a little silly, but you know what I mean. It's better to be aware and to be kind than to gloss over things. That's what I'm trying to say. So with that, mwah, I love you all. I love watching all your floss tubes that I'm going to get caught up on, because I am so far behind. So be on the lookout that I will be making comments on everybody's floss tubes that I am way behind on. So take care, everybody. Stay safe. Get vaccinated. Let's make this COVID thing a thing of the past. Mwah. Bye-bye. Hamilton, what's your name, man? Princess Hamilton.
Hamilton. My name is Princess Hamilton. There's a lot of things I haven't done. Just you wait. Just you wait. Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? Are you a good girl? Are you a good girl? Yes! Yes! Oh, she's at her mommy's sewing machine. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do at mommy's sewing machine? What are you gonna do? Who's a good girl? Who my good girl?